Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Guys, I have an update for you. I can't believe another case has come up, but I actually can believe another case has come up because the victims are finding their voice. I think the community at large has put out the call for any victims to come directly to be heard and to get justice because this is absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, Kim Worthy's office put out a press release, and you see what it says right here. Um, the accused in the homicide of Naziah Harris is accused again, and this is his sixth case. Okay. So prosecutor Kim Worthy has charged Jarvis Butts, 42, of Detroit in connection with the sexual assault of then 8-year-old female relative between June 16th, 2021 and June 16th, 2022 at an auto repair shop in the 1700 block of East Warren Avenue in Detroit. It is alleged that the defendant Butts sexually assaulted an 8-year-old victim. More complete facts and evidence will be placed on the record in court in the preliminary exam. Mr. Butts has been charged with first-degree criminal sexual assault and second-degree criminal sexual assault. He was arraigned and remanded to jail this morning in the 36th District. Magistrate Delphia Burton. The probable cause conference is scheduled for October 8th at 8:30 and preliminary exam on October 15th. You know, it's kind of like, what else is there to say? I feel like we've seen this so much before. If you just look at, let me flip over here, just the roster of cases. Right now, these are the open cases where you see from here down. This is what he's in jail for currently with the J next to it. All of these are open cases, all very similar in nature, with the most serious, obvious here with the homicide, but all repeat offenses of very similar things and close familial um, ties with the victims, reportedly children of his. So, really, absolutely disgusting. Let's pivot over here, this report, and then we'll talk about something else in just a second. So, let's pivot.
A man awaiting trial on charges of murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault is facing even more disturbing allegations. He's charged with sexually assaulting several young girls, and now we're told a family member as well. And Fox News' Camille Amiri is live with the latest on this, and very disturbing here, Camille.
Yeah, very disturbing to say the least. We're talking about 42-year-old Jarvis Butts. I'm sure his name sounds familiar to our viewers. Take a look at some video in court today. Charged with sexually assaulting his own daughter. She was just 8 years old at the time. Prosecutors say this happened between June of 2021 and June of 2022. Of course, his name is familiar because he was accused of the kidnapping and murder and sexual assault of 13-year-old Naziah Harris in 2024, arrested last fall. He's been in jail ever since on those charges. But since then, several more charges involving criminal sexual conduct and young girls dating back to 2012. And then today, we learned he allegedly sexually assaulted his daughter at his place of work. Take a listen.
He has done it multiple times. On top of that, there was a witness who caught the defendant penetrating the complaining witness. And Your Honor, it should be noted that he is facing other multiple CSC charges.
Now, Butts was remanded to the Wayne County Jail, where he has been ever since last fall. No bond for him in any of these cases. Meanwhile, he'll be back in court on this case on October 8th. Reporting live, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Well, it's so very sad, Camille. I know there are allegations, but are there possibilities of other victims out there that investigators may be looking into?
I mean, yeah, and nothing is off the table, right? And they are investigating all possible leads, and prosecutors say that this guy, they say he's an expert groomer, and they say that he would actually befriend women, date women specifically to get to their daughters. This has just been a horrific story we've been following ever since it broke last year, and we'll continue to bring you details.
All
Karen,
right.
back to you.
Well, at least please have him. Thanks so much, Camille.
So this is pretty incredible. And, you know, I think that the shock, I almost feel like the shock is wearing off just a little bit because it's like, wow, another case. But let me go back over here. Right now, he has 6 cases. Let me just get myself situated. Right now, it's 6 open cases of all very similar type of offenses. And this latest one down here, they say the victim was 8 years old at the time and his daughter. But again, this was another one. This one right here. This might be a daughter from another child. Excuse me, a daughter from another mother, because this person, I think, is now 21. This was the case that was in Allen Park that was bound over in July. I mean, this is not the first time and that he's been helping himself to his own children along with children in the household, Naziah amongst others. So it's pretty disgusting. But again, victims are coming forward and it's looking like justice will prevail and that he won't be back on the streets much longer or at all. He's been in custody now for well over a year, and it's not looking like he's ever going to get out again. With all of these charges, it's pretty bad. Let me see what else we've got. Let's look at this one last video. This was from maybe a week ago, but let's check in here too.
White man charged in the death and disappearance of 13-year-old Naziah Harris now faces more charges for separate crime. 42-year-old Jarvis Butts is accused of sexually assaulting an 8-year-old relative. Investigators say it happened to the girl several times at his workplace over the course of a year. Butts was charged with first and second degree criminal sexual conduct.
The judge looked disgusted, and rightfully so.
Today,
Awful.
He's also charged with sexually assaulting and murdering Naziah Harris in 2024. His trial in that case is set to begin next month. Degree criminal sexual conduct today. He's also charged.
Okay, we'll just stop it right there. But yeah, so 6 open cases, and we've got capital felonies. It's pretty serious, and he's not looking like he's getting out at all. And it's just he walks into the courtroom, his head is down, he wears this mask, so he's clearly hiding. He seems to have his same public defenders, but I don't know if they're going to really be able to help him. There is no death penalty in Michigan, I don't believe, but there definitely is life without parole, and it's looking like it's going to go in that direction with all of these children who are also his children, his own daughters. It's pretty disgusting. And with the amount of evidence and witnesses, it's looking like he's going to be put away for a long time. Anyway, had you heard about this? Did you know that this was going on? The latest charges, it's almost a little bit hard to keep up because he does have a host of charges and numerous cases, and they all seem to mirror each other. And just like they stated, he is a known serial groomer, and I would not be surprised if a couple more cases. I mean, I hate that for the children, but it's, justice prevailing is a good thing. And if people feel the need to come forward and tell their story, outside of knowing that he's already being charged with a host of other charges, then this is now the prime time. And also they have asked in the press release, the last one that I saw, that they were asking for any additional witnesses, or if you have information, to come forward to the prosecutor's office. So if there's anyone else out here, they're basically putting out an open call. If you know anything, if you have information about another victim, to come forward and to contact the Detroit Police Department or the prosecutor's office, and to be able to, give your information, tell your story, or whatever you feel you may need to regarding this known serial groomer in the Detroit area. Anyway, guys, if you hadn't heard of this, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed, to get updates like this and many others. I will see you guys next time.